First tonight, one of the government's major welfare reforms is under attack from housing providers and a North East MP who says the new scheme is causing significant hardship for people on benefits.
Universal credit, which wraps up 6 welfare payments in one, is intended to encourage claimants to move back into work. It's gradually being introduced around the region. Council tenants in Newcastle are in £1 million worth of rent arrears because of a 5-week wait for some payments.
Today, North West Durham MP Laura Pidcock met the Work and Pensions Secretary to call for the rollout of the new plan to be paused. Our social affairs correspondent Tom Sheldrick reports.
Joanne is registered blind and has severe mobility problems. She's not able to work and for many years relied on income support benefit. But when she moved house last year, she was moved over to Universal Credit instead and had to endure the initial wait for a payment.
It was a nightmare. For that first month, you've got to think, right, where do I get food from? How am I going to pay my bills? And you end up owing companies money because you haven't been able to pay them.
She's among 3,000 council tenants in Newcastle who are on Universal Credit, have together fallen £1.1 million behind on rent. Their housing provider says it's due to get worse.
Our projection at the moment is 4.2 million annual loss.
So that's how much your tenants are going to owe you as a result of being moved onto Universal
By
Credit.
the time it's completely rolled out, that is what we're projecting to lose by 2022.
And how big a problem is that?
Huge. It is huge, and unfortunately our residents are the ones that are suffering.
Universal Credit is replacing 6 benefits, from job seekers and employment support allowance to housing benefit, child and working tax credit and income support. Job centres here in Gateshead and parts of County Durham are moving over to the new system from next month. The Department for Work and Pensions says that Universal Credit provides more support to claimants and is helping more people move into work faster and for longer. It insists the rollout is being done in a gradual, safe and secure way and says advance payments are available for those who need extra help. The MP for North West Durham has led calls for the rollout to be paused. She met the Work and Pensions Secretary today to ask for it not to be introduced in her constituency in December.
We know how expensive winter is. People have higher fuel costs, children are in school, so they're having to feed their children much more. Aside from all of the costs to do with Christmas and the festive period, this is going to leave people in really hard financial difficulties.
Kevin has been homeless before and regularly uses a food bank. He's from Peterlee, where new claimants will go onto Universal Credit from October.
By the end of the month, I'll have nothing.
And that worries you, moving over to Universal Credit?
Yeah, definitely.
The food banks across County Durham are now stocking up specially to try to mitigate against the hardship they believe Universal Credit will continue to bring.
And Tom joins us now. Tom, can this be put down to teething trouble, or is this the sign of a much bigger problem?
Pam, pretty much everyone I've spoken to on this says they think the whole big idea behind Universal Credit, that's simplifying the benefit system, is a good one. The problems come with the implementation. It is worth saying that many people on the 6 benefits were listed there are not due to be transferred over for a couple of years. It's new claimants or those whose circumstances change that are moving on to Universal Credit at the moment. For an idea of the extent of this, one place in our region that it's already being used is also York. Citizens Advice there, so they're inundated with people who are needing help. The Department for Work and Pensions' own research has found flaws to this, acknowledged issues. Laura Pidcock said during her meeting today there wasn't much of a commitment from the government to consider a pause on the rollout, but I think the pressure is really growing now for some kind of change to what is an increasingly divisive policy.
OK, Tom, thank you.